Hey, how's everybody doing? Here we are again. We're back. Man, I'm really enjoying going back to reading my articles. To be honest, these are like all new articles to me because I write them within like 45 minutes to 50 minutes. I edit them and I put them out there, and I don't know what I wrote most of the time because when you write and you get in the zone, you really don't even know exactly what you wrote. So all I really reference is the title. I don't really know what's inside each article. I have 1,020 articles, right? So this is great. I like going back. So let me know if you like it. Now, here we are. Financial independence, remain employed. Nobody says you have to quit your job when you become rich. Okay, so let's get into it. Who says that you have to quit your job when you become wealthy? When you become financially independent, you can stay at your job, right? Now, look at that book cover, man. I love that. Good stuff. Good stuff. I was actually working on another article and I saw this one. I was like, okay, yeah, I'll bring that one up today. So I'm excited. Okay, so go download that book. Pretty sure there's a paperback, man. I need to get that paperback for real. Just have that on my desk. Anyway, so who am I? 23 years in, and I have a good military pension coming, potentially $3,500, $4,000 in a few more years. Plus, if you get rate disability, I got some things that whatever, some medical stuff potentially. So, it can add up, right? It doesn't sound like a lot at first, but man, when you're 42, 43, 44, and you have $5,000, $6,000, man, that's good because that's just the base of your resources, right? That's the start of your resources. All right, but I'm still going at it. I'm still grinding. Why? Okay, first you want to stay debt free. That's what I'm trying to do. You want to low the your chances of becoming financially independent are better when you have low expenses. All right, so staying debt free is part of that journey. Okay, that gives you cash flow. Okay, the article. So go back, read the Stay Debt Free at Any series, at any age series. Right, they're all free books. Magic Cash Flow is a free book. Grab those. Now, work life balance. I wrote a 3-part series on work life balance. Those are part of Kindle Unlimited, so they're not free on my website, but the articles are free. Go read those articles. Okay, you create the best work life balance when you don't need to work. That way, your boss can tell you something. You don't like it, you can decide to do it or not. All right. It sounds bad, but it is what it is. All right. We are not meant to be slaves, but we had to have that financial freedom. Okay. So I just talked about financial independence yesterday. So that's when you have enough money to set yourself free. That means that the money from your income producing assets, dividends, bonds, real estate, cryptocurrencies, businesses, royalties, when all those things add up, and they are more than your expenses. So if your expenses are 5,000 and you have 6,000 a month in passive income, you're free, right? You can go to work, not go to work. All right. So right now I'm living a small part of that. I get about 2,000 plus a month in real estate. I get 1,000 a month in dividends, and I get about $100 or $200 in from my blog and my books. All right. Now my lifestyle costs more than that because I have wife and kids and everything else, but I'm 41. All right. So I'm going to keep growing that. That's why I'm in the workforce. But even that small portion of stuff gives me the freedom to walk away from my job because I know I can survive. Okay. We can rent all of our 3 houses out, take all of that income, move somewhere like Alabama, right, where I can maybe potentially get a house for like 800 a month, get a roommate at that house. You see what I'm saying? And then live there rent free, and then stack from that $3,000. Okay. So you have to always have that mindset. Okay. Like I talked about, those are the things. Okay. Investing for dividends is one of the best ways to set you free. However, you need a lot of money. If you're getting a 4% to 5% return, you need a lot of money for dividends. Keep that in mind. You're not going to just go invest $1 million and walk away. Okay. $1 million will equal like 50,000 a year. Perhaps you can retire on that. Perhaps not. All right. Um, so you just have to be a good steward of your resources, look at your expenses and know your number, right? I would I personally wouldn't go for less than 100,000 a year in passive income minimum, more like 200,000, but that's a lot. Okay, why do you need a job though? There are other benefits to your job than just working. Okay, so you have pride. I'm in the military. Go to war, fight for the country. Plus, you have medical insurance, dental insurance, steady paycheck. It's nice to have a steady paycheck. I'll be honest. It's nice to have a steady paycheck. It's nice to get a nice, fat, juicy paycheck that you can invest. Okay. You pay all your expenses and then you can invest the rest. Okay. It's very nice. You're not on that business grind up and down. I'm letting you know right now, because of my blog, I know with my blog and my books, it's up and down. Okay. It's hero or zero mentality, right? One day you'll sell $10 and make $30, and next day you sell zero, right? It's bust, right? It's fight or flight, and you have no control over your business. You can control what you do, but you can't control the results, right? You can try the best, get the word out there, give, add value, but it is what it is. That's something to think about if you're starting a business, entrepreneur. There's nothing wrong with having a job. Okay. It's the employee mindset that gets you trapped. The mindset. Okay. So as you free yourself and say I hit $6,000, $7,000 of passive income, I can still keep my job. But it's just nice knowing that I can walk away. Okay. So it's not the destination, it's the journey. Right. And so it's not, hey, my parents left me $10 million. Now I'm ready and I'm good. Right. Because you're going to squander that money potentially. So as you grind your way up to earning your passive income, you'll learn certain things. So even, $5,000 you get from a random paycheck or a bonus, or, your parents leave you $10,000, you're not going to squander that money. You're going to be like, okay, $10,000, I could parlay that at, I can invest that in AGNIC mortgage rate and get a 10% return. And that's going to give me $80 a month, right? Or something like that. Okay. You're going to know these numbers right off the top of your head because you're going to take everything seriously. Okay. But that's the journey. The destination is where you arrive, but without the journey, there's no point in getting there. If you get married at age 18 and then you close your eyes and you wake up and you're both 65 and you're in Hawaii on the beach in a nice mansion and nice everything else, and you have everything you ever wanted, plus your kids and your family and everybody's close, will it be the same, right? Would you truly appreciate it because you didn't go through the journey? So it's something to think about. So your job is part of your journey. Okay. This is the hard part right here. Employee mindset to entrepreneurial mindset. What's the employee mindset? This is, you start putting up walls and boundaries. Okay. You're more concerned with what you don't have to do. Okay. I've had somebody say, oh, well, my job description says I don't have to do Microsoft Word. And so the boss had to go back and edit the job description. Right. Though you're concerned about those little wins that prevent you from having to do work and blah, blah, blah. Okay. You're not trying to solve anything. You're not trying to do anything. You're more concerned with what you don't have to do. That's the employee mindset. And guys, when you see that out there, good. Let those people win their little wins. They're not going to be successful in life. You can't have the employee mindset go home and think that you're going to be some entrepreneur, content creator, build a business, even dividend invest. Because even dividend investing is about adding value. You got to find companies that add value, right? So the entrepreneurial mindset is always solving problems, trying to cut down timelines, trying to get the best product out as fast as possible and add the most amount of value. Right? You'll see these people at work and then you say, hey, you should be an entrepreneur. And they can't believe it because they never even thought about it. Because they say all businesses fail. All businesses fail because people try to skip ahead. Right. I've been grinding for 2 years. It's barely cost me about $200 a year to do what I'm doing. Right. But people want to start a business, hire people, take out a big business loan, and then start, okay, where do I start? You don't know anything. right? But if you start with producing content in your room, you start writing, you start talking, you start reading and putting that knowledge out there, that will tell you what your business should actually be. You can't release a product into the world with no fanfare, without an audience. Okay. So anyway, but that's what happens when you read 100+ books, right? Okay. Now you can create your own job, right? So, you can still have a job and you can create another job. I'm starting a job as a writer, right? Because I love writer and a designer. Here are some other things. And these are all articles I've written too, right? E-commerce, blog, author, music, photography, podcast, artist, beneficial insects, which is interesting, composting, worm farming, vermiculture, rental car, gardening, ATM, vending machine, Airbnb, book reviews. Okay, so all these are great. Again, you start small. Start small. Okay, if you want to learn about beneficial insects, say bees, you get the smallest thing ever. You spend, $100, $200, and you watch them. You don't have to buy the biggest things ever. Okay, you have to have time, right? So I just wrote a book. An article on compounding. It takes time for your knowledge to compound and your business to compound. If you try to jump to the last step because you saw it on YouTube, you're gonna blow it. You're gonna fumble the bag. All right. The bag is us as humans. We are the bag. We are living these amazing lives that we underappreciate. Right. We're walking around. We have 2 arms, 2 legs. We're in the right mental capacity. There's nothing that can stop us. Nothing. Right. We have to use our time. And I know we all want to, you know, get rid of our jobs or, get out of the workforce early and, but we take risks and we don't do it the right way. Add a value, care about your neighbor, and you'll be fine. Your business will survive. So, conclusion, the difference between a fixed mindset, meaning I was born with my mind and my strength and my everything I needed in life I was born with. I cannot grow. I cannot improve myself, right? That's the employee mindset. That's the fixed mindset. 95% of people you meet will have this mindset. Okay. It's a limiting belief. Growth mindset. They usually tend to have entrepreneurs. We seek failure, meaning we understand that the person that fails the most wins in life. Okay. You're going to fail when you try something new. That means that you're doing something right. Okay. If nobody likes your product, good. That means you did something wrong, right? It didn't gravitate. It didn't work. So what did I do right? What did I do wrong? But out of these failures, 1% of that failure, 5% of that failure is leading to the next result, right? And you just keep doing that till you find a winning formula. The growth mindset. You jump into the fray, knowing you're going to fail, knowing people are going to laugh at you, right? It's a very tough mindset. Most people can't do it, right? I'm over it. But once you're in that mindset, I mean, nothing can stop you because you really don't care. Like I log in to look at my Kindle books and I sell 5 copies, I sell 10 copies, I sell 0, because you're just over the results. All you can do is set up yourself for the best success possible. All right. So it's a great mindset to have, but it takes time. It takes books. Now, financial independence, retire early. Yeah, if you were turned off because of, some of the fire movement, they reuse toilet paper to eat grits. And speaking of which, I want some ramen noodles. I need to buy some, the very hot ones. But anyway, so they eat ramen noodles all day and you don't want to do all that. You don't have to. You can live a normal life and spend all your work money on what you want. Buy your cars you want, do everything. However, you need something else in your life that's producing income. Thus, if you want to spend all your money, you make $80,000 a year, you spend all of it to the T on yourself and your family, and that's great, and your vacations. Then get a roommate, make $1,000 a month, and invest all that. And then you can have both lives, right? You just can't spend your 80,000, make 80,000, spend 80,000, and think you're going to ever be free. You're going to be imprisoned, indentured servitude, right? That's it, slave. So this is something to think about, right? You have to have that extra money. There has to be that money working somewhere. You need to have something producing you money always. Always. Every minute of the day, somebody should be making you money. If that's not the case, then you need to rethink something, right? You can do it with dividends, room rentals, real estate property, cryptocurrencies, whatever. But that's the mindset you need to have. Okay. Again, nice looking book, man. It makes me want to go buy it. Yum yum. Okay. So go ahead. I'll leave the link below. Grab it, read it, and tell me if you're liking that. Well, I don't leave my comments on because I really don't have time to answer them. But I do in my group. So there's my Facebook group. Jump in there. Let me know. And I know it's not the highest quality, but it's all I have time to do right now. Eventually, when I retire, I can dig down into YouTube, but I'm trying to get the content out. I can't lose 3 to 5 years of YouTube content because I can't get the stuff out I want, right? So I just got to push forward and get it out there. Okay. All right. With that being said, I'll see you on the next one. Bye.